Hi, it's Mrs. Pope, and today we're going to learn about multiplying and dividing rational expressions. Our goal is to find the product, multiplying, and quotient, dividing, of rational expressions. So our key concept is to, when you remember to multiply fractions, you just multiply across the top and the bottom. When you are multiplying fractions, it's not necessary to have a common denominator. You can just multiply straight across the top and bottom. So if we're looking here, if we wanted to multiply 6r squared over 5s squared times 10r to the 5th over 6r cubed, we'd multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom. So 6 times 10 would be 60. R squared times r to the 5th, that means we have 2 and 5, so we're going to have r to the 7th over 5 times 6 will be 30. S squared, there's no other s's to combine it with, so we'll keep that. R cubed. Now we're not finished yet because this is not simplified. I can simplify or reduce this fraction, and I have r's up top and down low. They can only be on one level, either up top or down low. So let's finish this. 60 divided by 30. We're going to simplify that. Of course, 30 goes into here twice and into itself once. So it's 2. And then r to the 7th, there's 7 up here, 3 down here. So where are there more? There are more up top. How many more? 4 more. So r to the 4th. And then s to the 2nd has to still stay down here because there's nothing else there. And you don't need to keep the 1 because it may be confusing. So your final answer would really look like this. All right. Moving on. Example 2. We're multiplying 3m times n plus 2 times n plus 2 times 9m squared. So before we do anything crazy, I would like to look at it under one under one division bar. So let's look at it like this. 3m n plus 2, right? Multiply the top, multiply the bottom, n plus 2, 9m squared. Now, before we start distributing, let's look and see if we can cancel anything. Since this is a monomial up top, there's nothing joining these two terms, like a plus or a minus sign. We can get rid of n plus 2 and n plus 2. So then we're left with 3m over 9m squared. So we can simplify the 3 over 9 to 1/3. And the m's, there are more m's down low. How many more? 1 more. So our final answer would be 1 over 3m. All right, example 2. Let's factor. Always factor first to see if we can cancel out and save some time. So I know this can be factored. It's a difference of perfect squares. I hope this can be factored. So let's see what we get. The top, this one here, is going to be x plus 5, x minus 5, times, I'm going to go ahead and write the top, x plus 2. So I multiplied across the top, over, let's see, can we multiply this? Can you think of two numbers that multiply to negative 10 and add to negative 3? Think of them. Multiply to negative 10, add to negative 3? Hopefully you said x minus 5, x plus 2. That multiplies to negative 10, adds to negative 3. And don't forget we have the x over here. So can we cancel out anything? Oh, nice. We sure can. We can cancel out x plus 2, x plus 2. X minus 5, x minus 5. Our final answer would be x plus 5 over x. And I don't want you to cancel these out. Be careful. You are not allowed to cancel these out. This is a binomial. These have to stay together. It's x plus 5. So we can't just cancel those x's out. So your final answer would actually just be x plus 5 over x. All right, I think we have 1 or 2 more examples. 2 more examples. Oh, dividing. Now we're going to divide. If you can multiply, you can divide because you simply flip the second number or the second fraction and then multiply. So we're literally going to keep 6x cubed over y. We're going to change it. I'm going to write it here. Over y. We're going to change this to times, and we're going to flip this. Y squared over 2x. And now we just multiply like we did before. The key is change the sign, flip the second fraction. So now we have 6x cubed y squared over 2xy. Now with 6 over 2, that's going to reduce to 3 over 1. X cubed and x to the 1 down here. There are more x's up top, 2 more x's up top. Y squared, there's more y's up top, but there's just 1 more, over 1. So our final answer would be 3x squared y. It doesn't look like a y, but it is. All right, last example for today. We're going to, as soon as you see the divide, you can just stop, change it to multiply, flip it. And while I'm flipping it, I'm going to go ahead and simplify this, factor this. All right, so my original one, can we think of numbers that multiply to positive 4 and add to negative 4? How about x minus 2, x minus 2? So we have this times this. So let's write it out so we can see it. X minus 2, wait a minute. X plus, wait, no, that was negative. That was negative. Just ignore me, I'm going crazy. X minus 2 times 6 over 3x, x minus 2, x plus 2. So let's see what we can cancel out. They have to be exactly the same. I can cancel out one of those x minus 2's. I can't cancel out both because they're not 2 in the bottom to cancel out with. So I'd be left with x minus 2 times 6 over 3x times, oh man, yeah, x plus 2. All right, we can still simplify because that 6 and that 3 could be simplified. So my final answer would be 2, because this turns into 2, this turns into 1. X minus 2 over x plus 2. All right, I know that might have been long and a little challenging, so if you need to, watch it again. Because remember, you are responsible for your own learning.